Hello, BMC 2023 trainees and fellow AMSI members. I am J.D. Guzman of AMSI Batch 1993. That's right, 30 years ago, I signed up to AMSI's basic mountaineering course training, and once upon a time, I was a trainee just like you. Today, I will discuss climb management. Climbing a mountain is not an easy undertaking. It is not a walk in the park. It requires courage, skill, strength, careful planning, and preparation. Climbing a mountain is essentially stepping out of your comfort zone, pushing yourself beyond your known or perceived limits. I say this because climbing a mountain or going outdoors exposes us to many risks. Climb management is about planning and preparing for the challenges we may face during our stay in the mountain. This includes adverse weather conditions, difficult terrain, treacherous river crossings, hungry and unpredictable animals, illnesses, injury, and even death. We may experience extreme weather conditions, from hot and humid to cold and wet weather. Mountains have what is called a microclimate. It could be bright and sunny at the trailhead, but it is raining cats and dogs up in the mountain. The route may navigate through difficult terrain, passing through uneven trails covered with rocks, loose soil, and thick vegetation. Ankle-deep waters may rise to waist to chest-deep levels, which can make river crossings more difficult and dangerous. Sometimes it may be necessary to wait for the waters to recede before continuing with the trek. Thankfully, we don't have bears, big cats, and other large predators here in the Philippines. But there is always a chance of encountering from a distance wildlife like birds, monkeys, and snakes. Close encounters come in the form of insects and pests, like the small but terrible limatic. Drinking from a contaminated water source, being unprotected from exposure to extreme weather may lead to sickness. We can get hurt during our trek up and down a mountain. We may get knocks, bumps, bruises, and all sorts of wounds. And although a rare occurrence, the risk of death is very real. I hope I didn't dampen your enthusiasm to climb mountains. Keep that strong excitement and active interest for the outdoors. Kaya nga tayo nag-BMC eh. The big question is, how can we make our climbs safe and enjoyable in spite of the risks that I shared with you? AMSI's BMC follows a holistic approach when climbing a mountain. Everything is taken into consideration. In AMSI, we prepare for the worst and we hope for the best. Commit this to your hearts and minds and follow it regardless if you are planning and preparing for a day hike, an overnight, or a multi day climb. There is a group of people who have overall responsibility in the preparation and management of a climb. They are referred to as the climb staff. The team leader, or TL, has direction and control over all the activities of the climb. The TL presides all climb meetings at the team level. The assistant team leader, or ATL, assists the TL and takes over if the TL is incapacitated. The trail master, or TM, is most knowledgeable of the mountain and the route to be used. The TM provides the TL information on trail conditions, hazards, campsites, water sources, exit trails, and other important information. The TM leads a group of climbers called the lead pack. Together, they install trail signs and safety ropes along the trail. They also clear the trail of vegetation, debris, and other hazards. The group leader, or GL, is directly in charge of a climb group. The GL presides all climb meetings at the group level. The assistant group leader or AGL assists the GL and takes over if the GL is incapacitated. The scribe records and prepares a written account of the events and activities that will transpire during the climb. The camp keeper keeps inventory of the group provisions, checks and follows the meal plan, manages and directs activities to ensure camp cleanliness. The medic is the most knowledgeable and skilled in attending to medical emergencies. By the way, all of you will be undergoing basic first aid and life support training as part of the BMC. The sweepers make sure nobody and nothing is left behind. They provide necessary assistance to all climbers. In AMSI, there is a group of sweepers who operate at the team level. They retrieve the trail signs and safety ropes along the trail. They will accompany climbers back to the trailhead if necessary. They will position themselves along the trail to hasten and ensure safe passage of climbers. They will accompany climbers on e-camps and bivouacs, and they will carry gear and equipment of other climbers if needed. The contact person or CP is the non-climbing member of the climb staff. The CP communicates directly to the TL and to the other members of the climb staff if necessary. Updates on the progress of the climb team is communicated by the TL to the CP. Weather updates and other important information are relayed by the CP to the TL so that necessary adjustments can be made by the climb team. Members of the climb staff do the important team-level planning and preparation for a climb. They do a recon climb of a mountain to prepare the route, to identify campsites, water sources, and exit trails that will be part of the itinerary. They will also coordinate with the LGU and local community to determine permit requirements, fees, and also to arrange transportation to the trailhead. Depending on the size of the climb team, it may be necessary to divide it into climb groups. Once the itinerary and climb date is set, it is now time to prepare for the climb. It is basically what you guys have been doing for the past few weeks. A series of climb meetings is conducted before, during, and after a climb. There are team level and group level climb meetings. Climb meetings before a climb are also referred to as pre-climb meetings. The group's gear, equipment plan, load distribution plan, and meal plan are created and finalized during the pre-climb meetings. Collection of climb fee is also done during these meetings. Climb meetings during a climb are called to relay any changes in the itinerary, special instructions for the following day's trek, and updates on trail condition. Concerns and issues are made known during these meetings. Post-climb meetings are done after every climb. This is when everyone give their feedback, comments, and suggestions. During the team-level post-climb meeting, all the scribe give their report. The sweepers bring all the items they recovered during the climb so that it can be claimed by its owners. The important takeaway from post-climb meetings are the learnings to help us improve the way we conduct ourselves during climbs. We need to build our strength and endurance. Trust in the program of Danny, Yob, and other members of the BMC's physical conditioning team. Know the mountain you will climb, especially the trail and campsite conditions, the trekking hours per day, as well as the weather. This way, you can also prepare mentally for the climb. For this, you need to attend the pre-climb meetings and pay attention. You have been attending lectures and presentations the past few weeks. Do not take this for granted. You may need to learn new skills or brush up on skills you already possess in preparation for a climb. Remember, practice makes perfect. During your initial pre-climb meeting, make an inventory of gear and equipment available for the group. There are two categories of gear and equipment: group and personal. Group gear and equipment includes tents, tarps, stoves, cookware, utility rope, and first aid kit, while personal gear and equipment includes backpack, whistle, trek shoes, sandals or slippers, headlamp or flashlight, rec and camping clothing, personal medication, and other personal effects. Bring appropriate amount of gear and equipment and make sure everyone in your group knows how to use all of it. AMSI has raised the outdoor dining experience to a higher level. Your group leader and other AMSI members joining your climb group may come up with meal suggestions that will surprise you. Get everyone involved in this activity. Consider easy to prepare or pre-cooked food if there is a high chance of arriving at the campsite after sunset. Include emergency food in the plan in case circumstances require the climb team to extend its stay in the mountain. Plan your menu for the climb and follow it. That's it for climb management. Thank you for your time. The success of a climb depends upon the success of each individual climb participant. If one person fails, the entire team fails. Look after one another and be there for each other. Handa na ba kayo? Tara, akyat na!